Or Pat, his run was quite solid too, so despite the big weight, he's definitely not the worst here. 2 is Siren Rock from the Georgie Holt stable at Townsville. Ash Butler to ride, gate 6, 62.5 kilos. He's getting up there where it hurts. He's not a big boy either, but he's a lovely son of Lonhro. Second up record is good. First up run was quite solid. He was making ground late despite a little bit of a checkered passage in the straight, so I could see big improvement coming from him today. 3 is Lavazia from the Gareth Smith stable at Townsville. Chris Whiteley to ride, gate 3, 60.5 kilos. He climbed 6.5 kilos on what was a good win here last start. He jumped away awkwardly, but he was too strong late. 1,400 metres perfect for him. 4 is Heirborn from the Charlie Hoffman stable at Tolga. Stephen Wilson to ride, gate 2, 60 kilos. Second up, his first up run was good. Boxed on well over the 12.50 at Cairns. It's sort of horse that can sprint okay fresh. 5 Focus from the Albie Molino stable at Townsville. Adrian Late to ride, gate 5, 57.5 kilos. Placed at Bowen 2 back, but he has been struggling against this strong sort of tab opposition, so I prefer it a little bit easier at this stage. 6 is Miss Seattle from the Georgie Holt stable at Townsville. Jackson Murphy to ride, gate 10, 56.5 kilos. Second up, slow to begin first up and hampered at the 900 metres. Quickly to 1,400 metres has got a big question mark for me. 7 is Armour Force from the Steve Massingham stable at Cairns. Nathan Day to ride, gate 11, 56 kilos on a Fastnet Rock. He's a nice horse, very progressive horse. I thought his run was very good behind Circularity last start. I think he'll settle a little closer today, and he's definitely a horse right on the way up. One to watch here. 8 is Van Dangle from the Matt Maguire stable at Townsville. Denisha Smith to ride, gate 154.5 kilos. Third run back, wide early. Second up at Cairns, but he just might need it a little easier. 9 is Razment from the Gary Dixon stable at Townsville. Isabella Tay to ride, gate 4, takes 2 off down to 52 kilos. Caught the eye last start here behind Circularity, closed off strongly. It was always going to be a bit sharp, the 1,200. Goes to the 1,400 today, and a real chance to finish over the top of them. 10 Night Guy from the David Reynolds stable at Townsville. Madeline Wishart to ride, gate 9 on the minimum. Son of Lonhro, placed at Atherton last start in much, much easier grade, so I'd probably prefer that at the moment. The 11 Picton to round them out from the Stephen Bush stable at Townsville. Scott Sheagold to ride, gate 7 on the minimum. Has had 4 runs back from a break, but not showing us enough yet for this. That's a look at them from the Mounting Yard, race 5 at Townsville. Very competitive betting race coming up. Razment has met with late support to be the favourite at 320, just ahead of the 7 Armour Force at 350, and you've also got Lavazia there at 380. So good betting race. This is the 5th, the Class 6 over 1,400 metres. My numbers 7, 2, 1 and 9. I'm with the 7 Armour Force. I just think he's progressive and he's ready to really step up and be counted, headed towards the carnival. His run last start was great. The 2, Siren Rock, he's a competitive performer. Son of Lonhro, he's got a lot of weight, but 1,400 second up suits him. 1, Night of Power, I think it's a knockout chance at any old price. He's got a lot of weight though. And the 9, which is Razment, he'll be storming home with clear air. Very hard to hold out. 7, 2, 1, 9 my numbers, but Razment, well supported here, is the favourite Gary Dixon, and it is into 310. So it's been a good go, Razment. 390 into 310, and that has been late money too. 7 Armour Force, 370, holding steady now. Then the 3 Lovers there at 380. Out to Siren Rock at $8. Here's Tony Wode for the 5th at Townsville.
Set. Ready to run. Signal through. Off and running now, and a good dispatch to Van Dangle in the inside. Heirborn very fast away, showing speed as Siren Rock right up on the speed today, and they were followed by Picton deeper out, working over time. Focus is handy, and Razment is right up there as well. He's going to settle down about 6th in a clump as they go towards that next bend. Night Guy's working right around the outside from Night of Power, getting into about 7th spot when they jostle through the first 300 or 400 metres. Getting back in the field, Lervazier with Armour Force, and Miss Seattle drops to the tail of the field. It's Picton who finds his way to the front now at the 800, a length and a half to Night Guy. Night of Power and Siren Rock secures a good run next on the fence, and a length and a half further back in the field was Heirborn, who's just ahead of Siren Rock, and then came Razment deeper out. Further back in the field was Van Dangle near the inside when they come towards the corner from Focus, Armour Force, Lervazier and Miss Seattle. Up to the turn, Picton is the leader by a length. The Night Guy stirred up second, and out deeper Night Night of Power with his huge weight. Siren Rock's getting a good run. Heirborn gets through, and down the outside, Armour Force down to the 250. Pecton just in front. Heirborn's the tackler. Siren Rock's coming home. Razment and Armour Force are down the outside. They reach the 200, and Razment with the postage stamp weight raced up to hit the lead. Armour Force with a late charge. Armour Force over the top, and Armour Force gets home to win from second, and a good fighting run, Razment, and back near the inside in third place was Siren Rock, and Heirborn just behind those, followed next home by Picton, and then came Miss Seattle, and behind those next home was Night of Power, and they were followed next in by Van Dangle, Night Guy, and Focus is the last one home. So Armour Force has finished hard.
At the top, Razment, he had a tough run, but he was there, but just last crack at them over the top. Nathan Day's having a day out, and Armour Force has got over the top of Razment, I think, maybe just running second, but back on the inside was also Siren Rock there. So, gee, it was a busy finish, wasn't it? But Armour Force is your winner. Now, it's either Siren Rock or Razment for second and third. It's the 4 Heirborn running fourth, but gee whiz, he is progressive, and there is a carnival race or two for him for sure down in the weights. Armour Force. Nice win, nice horse, nice ride, well trained. Armour Force, too good. Look, I thought initially Razment had run second, but Siren Rock is very brave there in the middle with the 62.5 kilos. So we'll just stand by. It is the 9 who has run second, Razment. So 7, Armour Force beats the 9, Razment. 2, Siren Rock has run third, and the 4 Heirborn in fourth. 7, 9, 2, and 4 the numbers. Race 5 at Townsville. We're going to head straight to Gary and Melinda for race 8 at Taree.